Tom, thanks for speaking to us. We'll talk about the game in a second, but yourself, you're 5 games missing back in today. I know it was slightly earlier than anticipated. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel okay. Quite surprised, to be honest. Said in an interview before, it was the first time I went on the grass yesterday with the team. Stepped out, did like a bit of a light session like you do on a Friday, and the gaff wanted me to play, which was a bit surprising, especially after a month out. But if that's what he wants, then I just try to do it and do it to the best of my ability. And yeah, whether I got through 90 minutes, I was unsure, but the calf feels okay. It's a bit of a risk, but you just got to take them at this point in the season.
You didn't look like anything was bothering you from the stands. It was 90 odd minutes that we played. For you, when you're in this sort of a situation, it's easy to be out on the pitch where you can feel like you can make a difference, isn't it, rather than watching on?
Yeah, it's been horrible. Like at the home games, sitting there just feeling helpless, and it's been difficult. And then watching the away games, it's just been tough, and you just want to get out there and do that. But equally, you want to be able to make a positive impact. I wasn't really sure, if I'm being totally honest today, whether I could even play football because, like I said, I just kind of did yesterday's session, and that's the first thing that I've done in a month. So it's just like I don't even know how to feel now getting on the bus, just deflated. It's been a terrible day, but I've got no choice but to go again.
It's hard to take the positives from it, but the fact that they've won by 5 in the week, we shipped 4, and by rights we should have probably won that 1-0 if the penalty decision went the way that with the replay show it might have done. Is that the sort of thing that after this disappointment hopefully passes and we can digest it a little bit more, that we build on into these next 2 really important home games?
Yeah, I think you're allowed the frustration and disappointment tonight and even tomorrow, because it's a hard one to take, and people look at it and go, oh, conceded again on 90 plus 10 or whatever, but it wasn't the case. It wasn't how it felt. It wasn't like hanging on, desperation, camped on the edge of our own box. Never at one point felt uncomfortable. I can't remember Lee having anything to do. And the decision just comes out of nothing. It wasn't like a shot that's going on goal. If someone sticks a hand out, it's a debatable, or you throw yourself in front of it on the line. It's just... it just seems like it's come out of nowhere, and it was the most comfortable I felt in the last 10 minutes for a long time.
It's a tough one for Ollie as well, but knowing him as a person and professional, it's going to be one that stings, but he'll be able to recover from. He's got experience. He's come through a lot this past year, but he made a difference. It was, regardless of that moment, it was great to see him back out there. Yeah.
Turt's been through a lot, and he's a great lad, so if there's anyone you didn't want that to happen to, it was him. But I think when he sees the replay, he won't do anything different again, and I'm not sure what he can actually do differently there. So yes, there's nothing against him, and it's just one of them things. And like I say, it was, if he'd have been stood on the goal line or in front of a shot that looked destined to go in, then you might understand it. But you just get a sense on the pitch, like no one really appealed. Stadium weren't, and were quiet, and just come out of nowhere. It's hard to take, but I think, like you said, once we get over that, and it could be worse. We could be going home thinking we've played terrible, we've camped on the edge of our own box, and we've finally conceded and thrown points away. But when it's a decision like that, I think you can actually be a bit more positive in the next couple of days, because you think, well, we've actually played well there. And we've got to take the positives from it. That's all you can do in a situation like that.
Last thing I'll ask you is, obviously it's not an easy place to come given the distance. Supporters were fantastic today. There was a lot of them here at this stage of the season, especially 2 home games now. It's going to take them in the stands and us on the pitch together to get the right results and the right points from these next 2.
Definitely, and it can't have been easy watching the football last night and again this morning. Coming to the game, and all I can say is fair play. Thank you for your support. It's amazing, and it's genuinely great support, and we appreciate it. And we've got not just responsibility for ourselves, but the fans and the staff at the club to try and get out of this, and that's what we'll be doing over the next few days, getting ready for 2 huge home games.
Tom, thanks for taking the time.